Hello and welcome to today's Delta Credit Tip. So the holiday season's finally over, but all you got for Christmas was a whole lot of credit card debt. How can you eliminate that debt quickly as we go into the new year? Well, stay tuned. We're going to give you a couple of tricks and tips right here on today's Delta Credit Tip. And welcome back to today's Delta Credit Tip. 'Tis the season to be broke. While we may have survived Christmas, we still got that aftershock from that bomb that we laid on our budget a couple of weeks back, and it's headed our way really fast. So we recognize that the longer we keep a debt, the more it costs us. So we need to work fast on eliminating this little credit card present we gave ourselves before we start working on next Christmas's debt. Okay? The first tip we're going to give you is simply being cognizant of your surroundings. And that may sound kind of weird, but hear me out on this. The number one thing that you can do to fix your credit is simply being cognizant of your financial surroundings. Okay? It's the behaviors that lead to a credit score. It is not the score that is your credit. Okay? And understanding how we handle our assets will determine how we handle our debts. And in that piece, in recognizing our financial rhythm method, so to speak, lies the first tip. Most people, if you're paid bi-weekly, you get 2 paychecks per month. But in the coming year, whether you get paid on Thursday or Friday, there are 4 opportunities that you have to get a third paycheck. And it's these third paychecks, if we plan appropriately, that can help you pay down this debt faster, because in that 30-day cycle, we're going to be getting a lot more cash infusion than what we're accustomed to. So if you are paid on a Thursday, your 4 opportunities, they're going to come in January, May, August, and October. So it's coming up fast in January. So make sure that you plan quickly if you happen to be on that cycle. If you have your paycheck coming in on Friday, again, you still have 4 opportunities, but it's March, May, August, and November that your opportunity comes with that extra infusion of cash. These are months that you're going to be able to take a little bit of that money aside and apply towards those debts and drive those balances down a little bit faster. Okay? That leads us to our second opportunity. As you're paying down these credit cards, how do you determine which one to pay down first? If you've got multiple cards, that can be kind of confusing. What you don't want to do is pay them all off evenly, right? You stick to the minimum payments on each of your cards and then focus on one card specifically to pay down faster. Put all your extra discretionary income that you want onto one card at a time and eliminate that card first, and then focus on the second card, focus on the third card, and so on and so forth. Why do we do that? Because interest is irrelevant if it has no time to accumulate. Whether it's 1,000% credit card or not doesn't matter if you pay it off at the end of the month. Okay? Now, in this situation, more than likely, your debt's going to last you more than a month. Okay? So you're going to be paying interest, but the interest isn't as relevant as the amount of time that it accumulates. So if we're able to eliminate a credit card entirely and that stops that interest from accruing, then that's just a zero-sum game and we're good to go. And we can focus on the next one. Okay? So the other option that you have is getting a brand new credit card. That's option number 3. You can get a third credit card and pour all that debt onto that one card. This is a good option, and it's a much better option than trying to consolidate them sometimes into a loan, because you may not qualify for the loan as easily as you will for the credit card. Okay? So by dumping all of that debt, rolling all that debt, transferring all that debt into one card, especially if it's got a 0% introductory rate of, say, 12 months, then you're obviously going to eliminate a lot of that debt that you would have accumulated over the course of the year, and the payments that you are making will go straight towards the principal, eliminating it a little bit faster. But there are some caveats to this. One, be cognizant of the transfer fee. Now, typically, a transfer fee will equal about 2 months worth of interest. So it's really kind of a no-brainer. But what you've really got to be careful of is the amount of time that you have. You don't want to transfer more onto that new card than you can physically pay off in the time that they give you. Because a lot of times what will happen is if you go past that time, they're going to go back to day one and pile all that interest back on to that card, and you're going to end up paying for it anyway, and that's pretty frustrating. So make sure that you, again, are cognizant of your financial surroundings and you read the terms and agreement of that new card that you plan on transferring that balance over onto. If you do want to go the traditional route of getting a loan, recognize that it may be a little bit difficult to do, and unless you already have a high credit score, the bank would probably decline you for it if you don't have some sort of collateral like a car or something like that that you can put up to minimize their risk. Okay? So, I hope this information helps. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe below. Hit the little bell so that every Thursday at noon, you get updated with your information on how you can improve your credit through your credit restoration process. Most importantly, please share the information. Okay? This is how we collectively stay informed. This is how we help each other. But most importantly, this is how we make a choice to make a change. Delta.